We have to start with the appetizer, the salmon tartare on cassava cakes. I have some peeled cassava here. I love how in the Philippines they use cassava, and I like to use a food processor to grate it because it is firmer than a regular potato. Just put this in my bowl. To make the cakes, it doesn't take a lot of added ingredients. I'll add a single egg, just 15 grams of flour, little chopped fresh chive for color, and then just a pinch of salt and pepper. Bring this over to my pan. I find it best to use a nonstick pan, and I'm going to heat it on medium-high. I'll add a touch of vegetable oil. Just use 2 spoons to drop a little bit of the cassava into the pan and just press it flat a little bit. I like this particular recipe because you can prepare these cassava cakes ahead of time, put them on a baking tray, and then reheat them when you need them. I do find they're best served warm. After the little cakes are golden brown on one side, just flip them over and cook them about the same amount of time. Now it's time for the salmon and the finishing touch. The tuna that Chef Rob used in his kinilaw was just so fresh. And visiting the dampas, the fish markets in Manila, you really pick up on how important that is in Filipino cooking. I'm going to draw on some of the parallel flavors that Chef Rob used. Generous amounts of fresh ginger, a little bit of minced red onion. This is the souvenir from Chef Rob's restaurant. I really liked his philosophy of appreciating the taste and texture of the ingredients and the softness of the wood. For the salty kick, I'm using chopped capers as opposed to a soy sauce or another salty ingredient. And the last ingredient, just like Chef Rob did, you don't add the lime juice until the very last minute because that will immediately start cooking the salmon. It'll start tinting it a pale pink, so you add this right before you're ready to serve it. And I would say, of course, if you have access to calamansi lime, well, you could use that in this dish. I can really pick up on that ginger. It does lend that sparkle to the beautiful fresh fish. Chef Rob really showed his sophistication as a chef with his complexity of the flavors and textures. And for the finishing touch, I'm bringing my travels home. Traditionally, when I made salmon tartare, I would serve it with sour cream. But I'm adding a bit of the Filipino touch with the grated ginger and a little chopped coriander, too. And there you have it. Salmon tartare on cassava cakes. Mmm.